Hi Libra, and welcome back to my channel. Whether you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Libra may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what potential blessings or energies may be coming in your direction or that you may be attracting in the month of September, which, by the way, there's a lot of powerful shifts happening and occurring in September. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. All my information and links are down below. That being said, I want to focus a little bit about talking about what these potential shifts and energies are all about. So in the month of September, we have not one, but two eclipses coming in. September 7th, we have a lunar eclipse. September 21st, we have a solar eclipse. Although both eclipses are focusing on cosmic resets, they're very different or distinct. They have distinct energies from each other. The first, September 7th, the lunar eclipse focuses more on closing chapters. It's about the inner wounding, the healing of that, the healing of the emotions, purging of the emotions, the letting go, the releasing, closing of those chapters that may still not be fully closed in regards to things having to do with your emotions or things that you are holding on to in your heart, okay, or your heart chakra. Now, the solar eclipse, which is happening about give or take 2 weeks after the lunar eclipse, focuses on openings. It's about portal that's opening here for a brand new beginning, a new chapter. It's you looking at your purpose, your life's purpose, your soul purpose, the purpose of your goals, and actually putting them into intentional action. Now, again, both eclipses are all about resetting, but again, very distinct energies connected to those eclipses. Now, we're going to see how that may influence your reading here for September. And just letting you know here, Libra, I have 4 sections here that I will be focusing on for the month of September. The first is the overall energy. Now, the potential overall energy is what may be potentially here overseeing your entire reading, your love life, your career, and your domestic scene. And then I'm going to get more detailed. I'm going to take a look at your love life. Okay. So the area of your love life, whether you are single or whether you are in a connection, no worries. I'm going to give you messages for both. I'm also going to be focusing on your career and your finances. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at your domestic scene, your home life. So let's see here what's coming through for you. What is the potential overall energy here for Libra in the month of September? Let's see what's coming through for you here, Libra. And we have here the one who comes in stillness, in quiet, in that type of introspective awareness. There's something that you're going to be finding out. There's something here that's going to make sense, that's going to resonate with your soul. Now, in order for you to hear or know what that is, and the hearing, I mean intuitively hear, and what I say, when I mean know, I mean intuitively know, has a lot to do with how you are allowing yourself to bring yourself to the sense of calmness, to the sense of dialing down the external noise as well as the internal noise, so that you are able to get a global view of your life and be able to assess what are the things that you need to be focusing on, what are the things that you need to change, how are you going to move in certain directions and in certain aspects of your life. Now, the owl here, okay, at the top of the card, has a double meaning. The owl, of course, could be very much connected to your intuition. So your ability to see with your spiritual eyes and hear with your spiritual ears and know with your spirituality, your intuition, your wisdom, your inner knowing. But Owl is also very much connected to education, to learning, to seeking knowledge. All right. So, whether it is for some of you that you may be leaning more into your intuitive yin energy, or others of you that may be leaning more towards the learning of the lessons, or, your curiosity, or finding out more, or expanding your knowledge base, expanding your specialty, your skills, your knowledge base. However that may be, this is the overall energy here that's coming through for you in the month of September. We'll see how that may resonate with the rest of your reading, okay? So let's take a look at the one who comes. Now, the one who comes, I don't know if you can see that here, but the one who comes is tilted here towards my left-hand side. Now, my left-hand side is the direction symbolically here for the past or recent past. Another thing to note here is that this person is wearing all white. So there's more of this kind of clean slate type of energy that I'm getting here in regards to that symbolism of wearing all white, having the owl at the top of the card here, also traveling to the left-hand side, and this person tilted to the left, but looking directly at the present. So it's as if this energy here for you in the month of September here, Libra, it's about you realizing, staying present while also keeping in mind either the lessons that you've learned from the past or recent past, or for others of you, how to lean into your yin energy that you've always had and maybe haven't been either developing or tuning in or working towards a sense of a stronger skill or a stronger foundation in that. But we'll see what else is coming through, and we'll see how that may resonate for the rest of the reading. Okay. So you have here spiraling up, rising tide coming out of your shell. Remember that I talked about that quiet type of energy that I was picking up here with the one who calms. It's about dialing down that external noise, dialing down that internal noise, and being able to reflect. It's also the quietness that you need to be able to study, whether it's actually to study materials and knowledge, or to study something, observe and assess. Either way, this type of quiet, introspective energy is coming with a lot of power behind it. It's coming with the power of you being able to then notice during that quiet, during that sense of stillness, and be able to rise like the phoenix from the ashes. So there's this sense of coming out of your shell. And for others of you, this may be coming out of your comfort zone. So in the month of September, I feel that these planetary, or I should say the eclipse shifts, the shifts of the eclipse may bring about some sense of trying to look at something deeper than just the superficial meaning or the superficial value. It's as if you're going to come to some type of illumination or clean slate type of energy that's going to allow you to soar just like that owl there, soar and be able to see things from a global or aerial point of view. Let's see how the area here for love may look for you here. Now, whether you are a couple or whether you are single, these messages are for you both. Now, if you would like more in-depth reading for the couples, then take a look at the couples playlist. And if you are single, take a look at the single playlist, both available on my channel. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the overall energy. You have here security. Now, what's interesting is here that security has two eggs, but the two eggs coming close together forms this silhouette of a heart. Now, security is about safety. It's about being certain. It's about feeling at home. And for some of you here, that's exactly what this is going to be focusing on. the stability that you are looking for, the safety that you are looking for, the certainty that you are either experiencing or may experience a little bit deeper. But in order to dig in deeper, there needs to be a sense of feeling comfortable. Okay. There needs to be a sense of you assessing, taking a moment to shut down the external noise, the internal noise, so that you can connect to your higher awareness, connect to your higher self, connect to the things that you have learned in the past or recent past and how you're going to move past them so that you can come out winning in your love life, whether you are in a connection or whether you are single. Okay. So very, very beautiful message there for you here, Libra. Let's take a look. By the way, for those of you who are focusing on adding an addition to the family, okay, whether that be children, pets, or things of that nature, especially for those of you who are looking towards, pregnancy or children. I do feel that this month of September may be a very good month for that because there are two eggs and the two eggs here are in the shape of a heart. And, that basket or that nest here, it's giving me a lot of this Empress energy, the sense of pregnancy or adopting a child or having children or however that may come across. And for some of you here that may make a lot of sense for you. So I feel here that this is a really good month for those of you who are focusing on that element of your life. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through. You have here the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is about that internal confusion. It's about a conflict in the mind. Ace, get down. I'm sorry, that's my puppy. It's about that confusion or that internal sense of not knowing, not being able to see something clearly, not knowing something clearly. Something is not looking as clearly as you would like to see it. Guys, give me 1 second. My apologies. My apologies there, Libra, but my puppy was starting to get himself into some trouble there, so I had to stop that. But like I said, the Two of Swords, it's about the lack of clarity in something, the internal confusion. Maybe for some of you, the overthinking or critically thinking so much something that there is this kind of like, well, what do I do? I don't know. Do I go left? Do I go right? I'm confused. Okay. But also, the Two of Swords can be an indecision, being at the crossroads and not knowing, should I go left? Should I go right? This could also be talking about guarded emotions as well. So, whether you are in a connection or whether you are single, like I said, it's going to be very important to have this safety, this feeling of safety. If you are in a connection, cultivating the feeling of safety, security, and certainty within your connection so that you can get out of this internal confusion. And if you are single, making sure that you're able to let go of this energy so that you are feeling more comfortable, so that you do feel like you're not in a jaded or guarded type of energy, because that could be here for you in the area of love, whether you are in a connection, whether you're a couple or whether you're single. This could be very much a place or an area where that is a challenge, okay, or an obstacle or a delay here. Okay, so very, very interesting here. I also feel that there's going to be here a potential decision that you're going to be making or that may be arising here for you in the area of love. Okay. Tools are all about decisions. Tools, or the number two, is also about polarity. But with the Two of Swords, you may have to make a decision here or make a selection here in something. And I feel here that what's going to win or prevail is the option that gives you the sense of certainty, the sense of safety, and the sense of feeling like you're at home, okay, or feel comfortable. All right, that being said, let's take a look at your career or your finances, what's coming through for you here. And you have time to decide. I don't know, that could be here also because I told you that Two of Swords energy is that energy here. Time to decide. Some of you are in either a career, a, you know, you maybe you're studying, maybe you're at the university, maybe you're studying something, maybe you have a major in mind, and all of a sudden there's something that's kind of like calling your attention to shift your major into something else, or maybe move in a different direction. For others of you, this may be your career. You may have been doing something for quite some time. You're not feeling the inspiration, the passion, the motivation, and the drive anymore. And you're kind of figuring out, well, what do I do? Okay. For others of you, it may be you may not be getting the compensation that you feel that you deserve due to your skills. And you may be saying to yourself, what's my next move? I don't know. Should I stay or should I move? Again, coming through a crossroads here, not only in your love life, but also here a crossroad that may be impacting your career or your finances. And time to decide says here, make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Sound familiar? Because that's the same exact thing that I just said a little while ago, but in your love life. The decision that you're going to make here, whether it's in love, whether it's in career, or finances, it's all about your heart's desire. And the reason why this may be coming out here potentially is because you may have been getting a calling for quite some time, but you haven't been listening. Okay, Libra, you haven't been listening. You see those cones? I don't know if you could see them here. They're right on top of this person's not only head, but also ears. It's as if you've been trying to not listen to the sign symbol synchronicities or not listen to where your heart's desire or your passion or your soul is moving you towards. Okay, so I feel here that because of those two eclipses, it's really going to shake things up for you here, Libra, because it's going to place you here potentially in a position where you're going to have to, take a look at your past or recent past. Excuse me, take a look at your past or recent past and have to take a look at the lessons that you've learned and what you want to do with that clean slate type of energy that the solar eclipse here may be bringing to you and your life here in the month of September. Okay, so very interesting how everything is tying up together from the top of your reading all the way to the end. And by the way, whether this is in love, whether it's in career, and we haven't gotten to the domestic scene yet, but it's all about you getting out of your comfort zone. And again, reminder, it's exactly what I was talking to you, coming out of your shell. You're going to have to start taking a look at how you may do things differently in order to get different results. All right, let's get more information here, focusing on time to decide. Give me more clarity here for Libra in regards to time, time to decide. I'm sorry, but my voice is it's a little squeaky there. We have, look, thinking person, validation, confirmation, exactly what I was saying at the top of the reading again. Here we go. My apologies, but it's coming out. Validation, confirmation, the one who calms. By calming your mind, calming the external and internal energy, you're going to be able to see something a lot clearer, and it's going to allow you to pivot either in a new direction or in a direction where you feel much more comfortable. Comfortable because it may be your true calling, comfortable because it may be what your heart's desiring, or your soul purpose, or your life purpose may be moving towards. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at your domestic scene. So your home life. For others of you, time to decide here, especially if you're like, you're retired, or, you're not working, however that may be for some of you here. Time to decide for someone, because I'm getting here like time to decide your financial nest egg, because this is a nest egg. And this time to decide is definitely looking in that direction. So there may be something here that you may be a little bit kind of on the fence about in regards to investing money, or looking at your finances, and looking at your assets also. So obviously your stocks, your assets, your homes, if you own a home, or if you own a property, there is the sense here of you being able to figure something out and see something clearly in order to know if you're going to move ahead with a certain investment or not. Okay, so wanted to let you know what was coming through here before I jump into the domestic scene. And you have here the world. Whatever this may be specifically talking about in your life, the world card is about success. It's about moving to a better, uh how can I say this? Like a better phase, a better chapter, a new chapter, closing old things, walking away from certain things, making certain decisions, and moving things and shifting things. Okay. Now, this world card is not a tarot card. This is an oracle card, but it does give that energy still, because if you take a look here, you're able to see that the light is shining on this end, and it's making things brighter. So this shadow is being casted further, further, further to, to be able to shine that world. Okay. So I do feel that there may be a lot of things that are up in the air here in the month for you, Libra, things that you've been thinking about and don't know which way to go, or haven't figured out, or really fine tune your 100% decision on something, or movement towards something, because the world card is about movement. But I feel that this is the time in December. I'm sorry, in September. For some of you, it's going to be in December. There you go. In September, where you will figure something out. Things are going to improve, things are going to progress, but it's all going to be dependent upon you, Libra, where your head is at, your level of maturity, your level of being able to see things from a different point of view, from an aerial point of view, allowing yourself to make those moves based on your heart's safety. Like, where do I feel like this energy is pulling me towards? How can I improve? What do I need to do in order to put those things into action so that I can see that improvement? Now, this improvement could be, of course, it's in your home. So there could be improvements in your home that you'll be thinking about. Maybe you're thinking about, adding some things, sprucing things up, changing things around. Maybe it's home improvement. For others of you, it may be family. Maybe those areas that were a little bit choppy before, they may still may be a little bit choppy here in September, but maybe slowly improving and progressing here. Okay. This could also be talking about you starting to actually step out into areas with friends, family, loved ones, things that you normally wouldn't do. You're moving out of that comfort zone, getting out of the house more, connecting to different people, allowing yourself to broaden your horizon in some way, shape, or form. And for some of you, it may be here talks about travel, trips, or you really kind of taking the time to connect with yourself, maybe through a staycation, maybe through some travel. But there is this energy here. I'm also getting here like finding your soul tribe. Okay, so there may be here this energy where you may be really focusing more on your hobbies, connecting with people who connect to either those hobbies or those areas of interest here. Okay, that being said, let's take our last and final look here in the area of your domestic scene. You have the Devil card. Now, listen carefully. Libra, you have the Devil card with the Ace of Cups. Listen carefully. There may be here a lot of people around you or environments that you may place yourself where other people may be, in a way, peer pressure. They may be amplifying this idea of that your old patterns of behavior are okay because they're in that frequency. But if you want something to be different than what it has been and what it, was in the past or recent past, it's going to be a time here in September for you, Libra, where you're really going to need to take a look through that quiet stillness and be very honest with yourself and figure out what is it that I am attached to in some way, shape, or form? What is it that is so difficult for me to let go of so that I can see this improvement, whether it be in your love life, whether it be in your career, whether it be in your finances, whatever area this may be. Because the Devil card in tarot is the lack of moderation. It's something that you do and you do it because it feels good. It's really good. It's hard to resist. There's temptation, whether this is the temptation of being noticed, because here you have two people here taking pictures and this person here kind of like liking that limelight. Is it that? Is it that you have this feeling where you need to be validated and so you need to always show yourself out there in that way? Maybe it's something as simple as an old pattern of behavior or your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, but it's definitely something that's restricting your ability to connect with new relationships, with people, to be able to see things from a different point of view. Aces are all about the hand of the creator of the universe giving you an opportunity. So the fact that you have the Ace of Cups here is a new opportunity for you to connect with things that are very different, because new aces are about the start of something, the beginning of something. So in order to begin something, there may be here something that you need to let go of, whether it's a group of people, peer pressure, the chitter chatter, whether it's the attention seeking behaviors or the attention seeking type of energy, that although you may be here a little bit on the quiet side, there may be something here that is very difficult for you to cut the habit of. So this could be vices, this could be anything. Okay. And I feel that that Devil card is very much connected to this shadow here. So it's your shadow self. Okay. And in order for you to get into the stage here, and I'm going to put it here next to that shadow side, in order for this energy of the Ace of Cups to keep opening up for you, it's going to require you to do something very different than you have in the past or recent past. So this Ace of Cups is a beautiful energy here, blossoming connections, connecting with yourself, starting new ideas, starting things that feel very, very close and near and dear to your heart, really listening to your heart's desire and allowing yourself to go with that flow of intuition, because cups is also very much connected to the yin energy, and the yin energy is very much connected to that intuition. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you during those live 5-minute readings. If you want to learn more about that, just go back to the channel, take a look at those 5-minute reading playlists. Take care, and I'll see you soon.